Thank each and every one of you for being here today. Secretary Buttigieg, thank you for making time to come to Alabama and not only be there, but explore a little bit in Mobile. People really appreciated that and appreciate all of you being here and the work that you're doing. I do want to talk first to my colleagues. On January 12th, 2023, Selma, Alabama was hit and devastated by an EF2 tornado. And this piece of legislation has some important funding for DRA, $10 million, to help with those communities that were affected by storms in 2023. Number one, I want to make sure that that money actually goes to these communities that were affected and need it, like Selma, to help them rebuild and create resiliency. But two, I want us to make sure we're looking at actual needs and that the needs are taken care of in this bill. I know for Selma, this is a start, but certainly will not meet that. And I think we all know that Selma and the community and the significant history that occurred there and the preservation of that is not just important for the state of Alabama. It's important for the nation and it is important for the globe. And so I urge my colleagues to help me in this and make sure that the community of Selma has what it needs. And thank you to Senator Coons for the work he has done with me, alongside me on this. Deputy Secretary Torres Small, I want to associate myself with every comment made by my distinguished colleague from Mississippi, Senator Hyde-Smith. She is spot on, along with so many of my other colleagues on both sides of the aisle that have discussed agriculture issues. But I want to talk specifically about Alabama. Alabama agriculture producers are experiencing the same economic disasters as countless others are in the Southeast and across the nation. Year over year, inflation and debilitating domestic energy policies have led to soaring input cost, tanking commodity prices. You're looking at higher interest rates on capital needed to plant and cultivate farms and fields producing food for our nation's family. These variables, amongst others, are forcing Alabama farmers to make tough decisions about the future of their operations. It is hard to find a farmer in the entire state of Alabama who isn't hurting. According to the report released on September 5th of this year, overall net cash farm income in Alabama declined more than $1 billion between 2022 and 2023. This represents a staggering 33% loss in overall net cash farm income in just 1 year, much higher than the nation's decline of 19.5%. The main cause of this loss is out of the control of these farm families. They're doing everything that they're supposed to. They're taking a look at their input cost and things just don't work. According to 2022 USDA Census of Agriculture, Alabama farmers experienced a 39.5% increase in cost of production from 2017 to 2022, ranking second amongst all southern states. So make no mistake, this is a crisis. And as Congress considers the disaster needs, we must also consider how to ensure that our agriculture producers receive quick and robust economic relief to ensure that our hardworking family farmers can enter the next planting season with certainty and allow our farm creditors to lend with confidence. So, Mrs. Torres Smalls, I want to make it clear that this is an immediate need for our farmers in Alabama and across the nation, and I look forward to working with you to provide this relief quickly so that our farmers can get seeds in the ground next spring. Thank you. I want to go ahead and move on to Administrator Criswell. I want to turn to the recent reports about FEMA. The supervisor, obviously, that we have all heard about, that you terminated. We continue to see more and more things come out. I actually sent you a letter regarding this incident, and while I received the response 4 days late, kudos to your team for getting it to me at 10:30 last night before today's hearing. Madam Chairman, I would like to ask you about a couple of the responses that I received in that letter. So in regards to my question about if you were going to discuss the fact that the investigations were underway, you immediately said that you had requested an investigation by DHS Office of Inspector General. In that, you said a couple of other things, and I think I just want to clarify that this investigation will not just be about one incident. You're going to allow this investigation to be across the footprint in all the states that FEMA operates.
Correct, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. And then additionally, and I heard you say it again today, you said you would take appropriate disciplinary and corrective actions if you found someone else to be complicit in this and that way. I want to make sure that that means that they will be terminated like Ms. Washington was.
Up to termination, depending on what the action was, yes.
But if the action was similar to hers, it will be terminated.